So this is my friend's build. Now, after the update, everyone believed that the Berserk Clutch SMG build would be dead. Well, he made this build on the day of the release for the patch, and it is pretty godly. He's got everything, if not better, than the pre-patch. He has his Berserk, he has Strained, and he has his Clutch. But I also made a build as well pre-patch, and I believed that with some testing I could counter this build. To make it even more viable, I told him to run the Vector and we'd do body shots trading and see what the outcome was. The outcome was pretty spectacular. Let's see. This is the first time the Wids build, as people call it, has been countered, and it feels good. It feels good. Now let's move on to some gameplay so I can showcase the build. Now if you're one of the people who like to skip the gameplay, then you are a fool, because the gameplay is amazing. But if you are one of them people, I'll leave a timestamp at the top of the screen. Let's move on to the Unkillable weapon damage build.
Oh, he down there. Fuck my dumb ass.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
How is he not dead, dog? I don't understand it, my nigga. Look at his health, my nigga. How he ain't died? And fire and everything.
That nigga don't even have that.
I got you. I got it. Come on, shoot me in my back.
Ooh, dead ass just blind fire. So
shit.
couldn't find him.
How, my nigga? This shit fake. This shit is fake, my nigga. How did he keep healing himself so fucking fast, dog?
Now entering an occupied dark zone.
GG. Bots, bro. 1v1 you in AR and I'll fucking fold you forever in your fucking stream. Using an LMG nights is fucking nice using that shit. Yeah, you're nice using a broken LMG.
Killed. Safe area entered. Entering occupied dark zone. Occupied dark zone.
Spotter, like,
Engaging landmark.
that is spotter.
Fire, 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 fire. Fire. Dad, fuck you thought you was doing? Nigga think you're not gonna die? Oh, I don't understand the game there. I don't understand that shit right there. Oh, I don't understand that, not even a little bit. They're taking fire from two people, his health is not moving down whatsoever. That wasn't even an LMG nigga had.
That's because he's using the clutch setup. What he got?
Yo, what? Come and get me, yo. You got what?
Oh, there go Mac. What up, Mac? Dude, they not fucked up now. They got rid of our weakest link and brought Mac in. Like, that was so...
So, if you made it through the gameplay, you know, thanks for watching it. And as you can see, there's a lot of hip firing going on. I made this build pre-patch, you know, before the patch even released, because I knew it would destroy anything that comes in my path. It's mainly because the nerf on the hip fire for SMGs, they don't get the crit chance anymore, so I knew this build would be untouchable. Now, as you could see in the footage earlier, I haven't come across a clutch SMG player who gives me any problems at all. But yeah, this is the build. Now, it's a bit unorthodox, but what you want to do is you want to spec into as much armor as you can. Now, you can probably get armor higher than mine, because like I say, these pieces have all been rolled pre-patch, so I haven't got any of the new high rolled pieces, so you can get them a lot higher. But what we're going to run is, we're going to run the 3 Gila, and that's because we're using spotter. We get the pulse skill power. We're going to run the Petrov backpack with on the ropes, the Murakami gloves, and then ongoing directive holster. That's just to give us the 7 electronics. So we are at 3, 12 and 7. Now, the weapons you know, a mix between a few weapons. This is me favourite weapon, the MK46, just because it's a higher rate of fire, and we're doing 34.6k damage, which for this patch it hits really, really hard. Secondary, you know, the MG5 is nice with the Unhinged and Allegro. One of my other favourites is the Sweet Dreams, because if you didn't know, you can dodge. Evasive, it's called, the talent. You can dodge, and it reloads 25% of your magazine. So that works, you know, really nice with the LMGs. So starting off with the mask, I'm using the Gila mask, and we've actually got quite a nice, you know, health roll on this. Actually, I think this is the only new piece in the whole build, but we've got just under 18k health. We've got the skill power, and we're using Spotter, which gives us the weapon damage to pulsed enemies. Now the utility is just a skill power with explosive damage. Now it's a little bit strange because I'm using on the ropes as well, and on the ropes says 25% damage, and this Spotter says 20% damage. But when I have tested it in the firing range, the Spotter actually gives me higher damage numbers. I'm not sure whether it's a glitch or I don't know, but it's on the rope should give me 5% more weapon damage, but it actually hits harder having Spotter active. So yeah, that's pretty much the mask. Another thing with the mask, actually, I might drop Spotter and I might run Dialed In. This is also another amazing talent. Kindly, one of my friends dropped it for me because I am still yet to see this in the game, so I haven't used it, but I'm going to do some testing. So Dialed In is another good option for the mask. Now the chest is one of the best pieces. The chest is a Gila Guard chest. I've got 18k armor, 26k health, and then I've rolled 11.5% weapon damage, which is pretty high. Then the talent that makes the build is the Bloodsucker. Now, if you watched any of the footage, you'll see that I can out heal anyone. It's so easy to, as soon as I take someone's armor and then take another person's armor, it just keeps stacking on top of one another, and it makes it so strong. It makes you feel a lot more tankier than what your health actually is. So we've got the 3 mods. We have a health defensive mod. We have the generic mod, the 5% LMG damage, which this was obtained from my level 19 character. You can farm the DZ and get these generic mods. And then the last one is an offensive mod, which has got 5% LMG damage. So overall, it's, you know, it's a really nice chest. But like I say, this build isn't min-maxed in any way, and you can probably get it a lot higher than I have. So the holster is cooldown reduction, which is nice for me pulse, and just under 30k health. We have another generic mod, which is 4% LMG damage, and then a utility skill power mod. Now, I haven't actually got enough resources to re-roll this, but I do want to re-roll this 40k health on over the 27, which will, you know, bump me health up quite a bit. So, like I said earlier, you know, you can get this build a lot higher than what it is. So the backpack, which is ugly as fuck because it looks like I'm travelling Europe. You know, I don't want to use this backpack because it's huge, but it's a nice backpack. It's got the 2 yellows and the 2 blues, and then it's got the vital and the on the ropes. Now, the armor roll on this is really low. You can get a lot higher armor than 5k. So, you know, you want to stack more into armor, and that'll make Bloodsucker a lot more effective. So it's not the greatest roll backpack, but it works for me at the moment. The gloves, 11% LMG damage, which I've rolled onto them and compensated. Now again, the health on this, 4k, it's not great. You know, you can get a really high roll on the gloves. You know, look, you can get 17k. If I could roll 17k on the gloves, that would be amazing. But unfortunately, I can't because I've rolled it for LMG damage. Then onto the knee pads, I've got 15k armor. Now I've not really seen much higher than 15k armor. I know health, I've got like a health one there which is 22k, but like I say, you want to stack into armor. If I can get higher armor on gear and knee pads, it would be nice. I've got the empowered for the skill power. That's just a nothing talent really. Maybe damage to elites maybe better, but yeah, it's still okay. And I have the 2 defensive mods. I have one with 4k health, and then I have one with 1600 armor and plus 4% total armor, which that's a really nice mod, that one. So yeah, you know, that's pretty much the build. It's 3, 12 and 7. I'm using the grenade launcher, the specialist demolition, just for the extra LMG damage, which works nicely. Then I'm running the pulse and I'm running the chem launcher. So you know, it's a build that I'm loving at the moment. I haven't actually touched another build, and I made this build pre-patch, so I think it's really going to catch on, and it's definitely the best build I have made in the division. It does so much damage. But yeah, thanks as always for watching. You know, if you like the content, subscribe to the channel. If you don't like it, don't subscribe, but let me know in the comments why you don't like it, and if there's any other information that I've missed, because it's been quite a while since I've done a build video. You know, let me know in the comments, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.